Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Krasowski and I am doing this video to bring awareness to an unconstitutional and unjust law that exists down in the state of Florida that's affecting condo ownership all across the state. Back in 2007, former Governor Charlie Crist decided to amend this Florida statute 718117, which allowed for a loophole to occur. This loophole allows for developers, bulk buyers, and investors to come in, take up the majority ownership of a condominium complex, which in this case is 80%, and it allows them to vote a cast of termination, meaning they can take the complex from condominiums and return it back to apartments against the will of the individual owners, and it's all for their financial gain. Former Governor Jeb Bush actually predicted this very circumstance, the abuse of this law by bulk buyers and developers, and he vetoed this law back in 2006, writing a letter stating just that. His concern was for the private property rights of individual condo owners such as myself and thousands of others across the state. This law allows the developers to dictate the sale amount that you are forced to sell your property to them for. This sale amount does not include any equity that you place into your unit and or any down payments at the purchase of sale that you invest in. In my situation, I will be stuck with a $125,000 mortgage on a property that I no longer have any rights to, nor can I live in. And I will also be losing a 20% down payment that I put on the property 7 years ago. This is my homesteaded property. I do not want to sell my home, yet this law allows them to force me to. To give you an idea of how many people are actually affected by this loophole, 15,000 families have already fallen victim and were forced from their homes against their will. Out of the 223 complexes, 223 that have already gone through a termination in the last 7 years, only 6 of them were terminated for the original intent of the law. That leaves 217 complexes that were terminated for the financial gain of a bulk buyer or developer. We started a group earlier this year called Floridians Act. It's Floridians Against Condo Takeover, and we are trying to unite with other condo owners in our situation across the state of Florida. We currently have 13 complexes that are about to go under a termination, and that's going to be approximately over 1,000 families that will be forced from their homes against their will. In the state of Florida, we do have a regulatory agency that is supposed to oversee these situations. They're the Department of Business and Professional Regulation, the DBPR. And the DBPR was quoted on CNBC website as stating, and I quote, "Although the current law does not provide the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation with the authority to regulate condo terminations, we are paying close attention to this matter." Upon further research, Florida Statute 718501 argues their claim against that, and the Florida statute states that this division may ensure, enforce compliance with the provisions of the chapter, and in performing its duties, the division has complete jurisdiction to investigate complaints and enforce compliance with respect to associations that are still under developer control or the control of a bulk buyer or a bulk assignee. The inactivity of this agency is costing people their homes. Our goal is to bring awareness to this nightmare. My neighbors and I at Madison Oaks have been fighting now for over a year. Uniting with all of these condo owners across the state shows us how horribly great the situation is. We're reaching out to Governor Scott and we're asking for his assistance in protecting our private property rights. Governor Scott, if you feel that you do not have the authority to stop this or to step in and issue that executive stay, then we are asking you to please step up and find and involve the individuals that can. We're also reaching out to Attorney General Pam Bondi. Ma'am, your job is to protect people's constitutional rights here in the state of Florida. This law has been ignored and abused for the last 7 years. In this country, we provide criminals with an attorney to protect their rights. Who's stepping in to protect all of ours? If you are affected by this unconstitutional law, I would like to encourage you to make a 1-minute video. Put your face on YouTube. Show the country who's being affected by this. Please list your name. List the name of your complex. List the county that you exist in, and I would like you to call out your state representative let's go ahead and bring attention to the legislatures on closing this loophole. This law is against public policy. It's unconstitutional. It violates people's property rights, and we're asking all of you to please put yourself in our shoes. No one should have their homes taken against their will. We need to hold Florida legislatures accountable for their mistake and their inactivity when it comes to correcting it. To have a law like this on the books for the last 7 years with no effort at all to halt it, change it, or stop it is completely unacceptable. Please help us. Get this story out, spread the word, watch these videos, and please help us save homes all across this state. Thank you. To keep our cause and our movement cohesive and together, I'm asking you to please post your videos to the Floridians Act YouTube page. You can find more information, all of the links, the stories across the state of Florida, the national news recognition that we've gotten on our Facebook page, Floridians Act. Please also go to change.org, sign our petition, stand up for one another. Together we'll create change. That's going to be change.org, HB1061. Please sign that petition. Thank you.